talk about some of those OCG tech choices and, well, you know, things you might want to keep an eye on because of that. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So we're going to be starting off over here with Curry Photon. Now, I remember on the first initial market watch when I looked at Curry Photon, I'm like, why is this card going up? Well, the OCG started adapting us inside decks as a card to, you know, deal with Tenpai. And the card has one amazing line of text on it. And it says, quick effect, send this card from your hand to the graveyard and pay 2,000 stacks. You take no damage this turn. That's literally everything you care on the card. I mean, it also has, you can send a photon monster from your hand to the graveyard while it's in the graveyard to add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect of Curry Photon once per turn. Okay, so we wanted a ability to be able to force the opponent kind of to shut out of the game. One of the things that Tenpai can do is they can massively just gas through fields. Now, I have been presented with the argument, you know, why play this over, you know, something like Dimensional Barrier? D-Barrier is a very good card. I'm not gonna, you know, stop that whatsoever. You can have that, but you do have a multi-purposing card here that you can side in other matches to kind of act as a deterrent hand trap, kind of pressure your opponent into a kind of bad position, because it stops you from taking damage for the rest of this turn. You could blow this during your opponent's standby phase if you really wanted to, which actually, you know what, that might not be a bad idea. So I guess this would technically give Tenpai the chance to set up a different board, depending on how they set up, but I do want to continue to point out here, you have a free hand trap that literally says, hey, send this from your hand to the graveyard anytime during either player's turn, by the way, and you take no further damage for the rest of this turn. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, and 2,000 life points. Decide if this card is good for your own opinion. Next up is Ninjas. Now, this... Look at me for a second here. It's not the first time that I've looked at OCG tech trends and saw just a what in the world is going on here deck that has shown up. And it really made people go, well, what? Ninjas? Like, so this was, we actually covered this event on last Sunday. And I look at this event and I'm like, this is so weird to see. Like, yeah, Ninjas have Kaiser Coliseum. Yeah, Ninjas have, you know, Dimension Shifter. I mean, the Dimension Shifter part is something that we can already adapt and play in the TCG itself. But Destructive Daruma Cannon is another card that you look at right now and you're like, okay, so this is amazing. So, you know, your little flip ninjas, send them on down. Not a problem. That means you can clear an entire Tenpai board. No problem. That's actually kind of stupid. And then, you know, you still have the Mitsu, negate and interruption and things like that. I don't know. Looking at ninjas being showcased out of the OCG this week has just kind of put a new perspective on the deck for me. You know, I still don't fully know what everything ninjas do. Still only playing, I think it was one green ninja. I always got to take note of the green ninja because I got slammed so hard by people. They're like, oh, you know, you need to play green ninja, all right? It's a 3 of in every ninja deck. Not anymore. How the times have changed for the ninja players out here. But overall, though, I will say that for whatever you're looking at, or if you want to try ninjas out, again, some of the meta, Destructive Daruma Cannon is an absolute must. And also take note of Destructive Daruma Cannon for your current competitive play season as well. We've seen how good Destructive Daruma Cannon actually is for cleaning up a lot of situations. Do not underestimate that stupid good card. Next up is White Douston. I know we've already mentioned White Douston before in the recent pickups video, but I want to re-emphasize the card here again. Do keep in mind that this is all based on the strategy of you're going to be playing unexpected dice. You're going to be playing all of these other cards to facilitate basically being able to do the whole, you know, normal Fiend combo, which is just you make the Link one, and then the Link one allows you to do the full Fiendsmith combo. Whether or not you accurately believe that the Fiendsmith is going to be a package that's going to want to choose to play this, people are going to want to explore. I would say that, the TCG is definitely our homebrew pile decks that we will come up with, and I will say there will be some 60 card pile that you're going to see come up at least once, so you're going to look at and you're going to go, what in the world is going on? Like, why are we doing, this sort of play? Why are we making the decision to, play this? I agree with that. That's a lot of, what you're cooking in terms of these little ideas out here. But the White Dowston, I also don't think I don't really know if you're going to try to play more than 1 to 2. You're definitely getting into brick territory out there, though. Inspired by Rika Sun Avalon, look at the Sunseed Loki. I mean, to be fair, that was also full 1 card combo off of 1 normal monster. So you still have kind of the same logic presented to you with the White Dowston. It's all just full 1 card combo out there without taking up that core normal summon, and that's what you want to be seeing with the White Dowston. Now, all intents and purposes aside, I don't know how I feel about this. Time will tell, but it's here to be brought up as to what's going on in terms of pickups. Also, I want to mention Fabled Blurry out here as well, where we're on the topic of Fiendsmith cards. We have seen Lurie getting bounced around literally crazily, and the whole major reason for this is because with the whole Fiendsmith combo, you get the ability to activate a spell card that literally searches and dumps a Fiend from your hand to the graveyard, which then gives Lurie the chance to trigger. Congratulations. It's basically just a full, you're playing this whole package just to be able to drop down an extra level 1 Fiend out of, the deck to get the extender up and running. That's all this is. You're dedicating all of this play to 1 extra little summon. And you know what? It has really proven that you can make some stupid stuff. I also believe, the deck can make, Apollosa, right? And also with most of the Fiendsmith combo, I think we've showcased some of the stupidness that you can actually do with Beatrice. The fact that the deck is just kind of Beatrice Turbo at this point just opens up the doors. I've already seen people that have watched some of these little combos that we've done. A lot of people have been like, can we just ban Beatrice? No, I don't think it's going to happen. But this Fiendsmith stuff, you've already got White Dowston, and now you have Fabled Lurie, both as cards that have been going up for a little while. White Dowston's not been anywhere near as bad as Lurie has, but Lurie has had a target on its back since the inception of this engine, and the card has just continued to go up. So please watch both of these cards in terms of not only their splashability in the engine, but in terms of just the overall power that is present because of these this whole package. I'm genuinely impressed with how Fiendsmith has changed the game. And of course, I want to talk about full Tenpai up here. Now, the reason why Tenpai is even getting a slot here is because once we get the little Pobbler Dragon, and basically the ability for this deck. Oh, also the trap card. Yes, there have been a lot of arguments. Do we dare say play the trap card? It depends on your rendition of the deck. The good news is, with current Tenpai prices and them going down every single week, this kind of gives people a nice little chance to go, hey, we could pick these up. I kind of like the idea of that, actually. All jokes aside, with us not getting a Tenpai Dragon reprint for quite some time, I know it's detoured a lot of people from wanting to decide, if they pick this up. And of course, the next round of support could very well be Secret Rare. Alright, there's no doubt in my mind that Konami might not have learned from their mistakes here and cash in on some higher rarity printings in a future set. So, it all comes down to when you're looking at these trends and these ideas and just the power that Tenpai has kind of had in the OCG. I don't think the deck is long for this world, I'll be honest with you. I have a feeling we're probably going to see this thing get cratered off the side of a building at some point. But, it's important enough that you're aware of the tech choices and the huge meta movements that these decks are kind of bringing to the table out here, so you can just be ahead of the curve and know what you need to look for in terms of things. Well, That's everything. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.